when I started really diving into how can we create something, I was not thinking, how can we help other small businesses? It was, how can what we're developing help us? Because we need help in creating content and getting it scheduled. And it morphed into something where we both, you and I, realized we're like, oh my gosh, here's something that every small business owner needs that's not being provided at a cost that they can afford. And so I think we've really stumbled upon something that's of value to small business owners. And I'm just so excited because not only are we going to grow, but they're going to grow too. And that's what I want to do. Like, we're all in this together. It's not just us. We want everybody to succeed.
All right, so let's do this. So KB, my lovely
Mario.
KB, is on the podcast. This is our first Why Not Results podcast together.
Woohoo!
Boom.
Yeah.
First of many.
Bow chicka wow wow.
Chicka wow. And we'll be doing a lot of these with Jimmy and Justin and
Norma
and a lot of other guest speakers that we're going to bring on. And pretty excited. We've been waiting a long time for this.
Yep, you've worked hard.
So have you.
Thank you.
We've all, it's been an interesting path, to say
Definitely.
the least, to try to figure out, not only do we create quality content, quality audio,
Yeah.
very tough, quality video, multiple angles, clear down to, and that's just the custom content stuff that we're trying to do. But then what you've been working on for lots of time of making us creating a system where other people can do the posting for us because we have a life to live.
Yep.
And we have other things that we want to do. We have to deal with clients. We have to deal with training. We have to deal with so much more no matter what our professional lives bring.
Yeah.
So the last thing we have time to do is dick around with content.
Amen, brother.
And it's tough.
It is.
So here we
It's
are.
time consuming.
We're going to use this podcast, which will be our first podcast of many, and to kind of talk about our trials and tribulations. I think our intention here is to help people just like ourselves, small business owners, you know, trying to get through life, have a good quality of life, but we're striving to make millions and millions of dollars.
Yep.
Right? And in today's world, marketing is where it's at. Digital marketing, social media, it's where it's at. I'm 48 years old. I hate social media.
You're old.
I know. I really do hate creating content. I shouldn't say I hate social media. I'm a stalker, right? I'm that person who likes just to look through social media, but I don't want to post. I don't want to engage. I don't want to get into political conversation, and I also don't want to put out there my daily life activities. It's not me. But to go out there and talk.
I'm the opposite.
I think everybody's different. It seems like the ladies like to put a little bit more of their daily life and emotions and feelings and what's going right or wrong out there. But I'd say that's probably pretty common through life, period. Could be wrong. That's just my take.
I think you're being stereotypical, honestly, Mario. You just have not embraced that side.
That's true. I think, and I'm going to be stereotypical once again and say that my generation, male, would pretty much agree with me.
Yeah. Let's do a survey.
I think the millennials or those males have found their softer side and are willing to let their emotions flow.
I like it.
A little bit more than us Gen Xers who are kind of like,
Okay.
It's for the ladies.
So, okay, don't disagree.
So anyway, here we are making content, and it's been a very tough path. You know, we started this concept, Why Not Results, 5 years ago or so, and it all started based off of this cup right here, Maximize Asset Protection.
So cool.
Which was...
Cheers to that.
Cheers. Which is pretty much, it's an insurance brokerage. Getting into the insurance sales, the one thing I quickly realized is how am I going to get leads? You know, people definitely need the product. They hate the product just like I do, but they need it. And it's kind of like, how do I find people who want to deal with a guy like me? And so after making a couple videos, thinking, social media, that's where I'll go. And quickly found out that making videos I was bad. I looked bad. It was not easy. And then the daunting thought of making thousands and thousands of videos and the fact that the spigot never turned off.
I know.
Terrible.
Yeah.
So
Amen.
Yeah. So here we are with Why Not Results, which really stemmed from just trying to address that very problem. How do we create good content in perpetuity? How do we place it? Mm-hmm. How do we manipulate it? How do we ultimately get leads and sell people the very widget that we're trying to sell them?
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
So now I'm pretty proud. We're sounding good. We're looking better. We're going to work on our angles and stuff, but this is a good start.
I think we look pretty good.
We're going to look, well, you always look good.
Thank you. I think you look great too.
Yeah, well. Yeah.
Hey, I want to touch on, I want to share just a little bit of how you've helped me with social media. You know, I think about the journey that I've been on, just starting a business at the age, what was I think 46 when I kind of got into the insurance world, maybe 47. I think I was 46. Completely starting over and entering a world that I didn't know. And I remember very much in the beginning, you were putting a lot of suggestions out there for me as far as the importance of generating leads. And I didn't understand that in the beginning. You spoke a lot about the power of social media, the power of creating content and posting it regularly. I was so overwhelmed, mostly because I was trying to learn a new industry. And then to top that off, to be learning that and then bring in the aspect of creating social media content, it was so hard. And now being into the process about a year and a half, maybe just a year, it's interesting to be in the position that I'm in now because I recognize how important social media is and the power that it holds for business owners. And what we have stumbled upon, I mean, seriously, I can't believe that we found this and that we've seen how powerful it can be, not just for us, but for any small business owner. You know, you think about marketing and you think about corporate America and the dollars that they put into advertising. It's crazy. And small business owners cannot compete with that at all.
Well, and they don't even try.
They can't.
Well, they don't try, though. I mean, they really, how much of their budgets really do they spend on marketing? Very few dedicate a lot of money to marketing. Let's be honest.
Okay. Well, there's that.
Did you in your business, your prior business?
Well, no, but we didn't have to. I mean, honestly, our lead source was word of mouth, referrals. It worked really well for us. We could have crushed it probably more had we gotten engaged with the social media side.
Right.
But you just think about the power that corporate America holds as far as dollars go and what they're putting into it. How does a small business owner compete with that? What is the benefit of using a small business? And I don't know. I think that what we found is a way for small businesses to be able to not compete with a large business, but to be able to put themselves out there and be in a market that, I don't know, I think people are realizing they like the small mom and pop shops. But mom and pop shops need help in getting traffic. And so what we've found is it's amazing.
Well, and I think, you know, what you're alluding to when you say what we found is actually not what we found. It's what we've created
That's
as far
true.
as a process to manipulate the very tool that can give us not the same upper hand as you know, we can't compete with corporate America the same, but this gives us a platform where if our content is quality and we're creating content with value, bringing the tips and tricks and the knowledge that the true small businessman has, they are the craftsmen, right? They are the true professionals of their craft. And social media gives them that platform to teach what they've learned. They've spent all these years learning, and now they can teach that to the world, which is going to then have a ramification of bringing new business to the table.
Yeah.
It's pretty exciting.
It's crazy. So I'm thinking of I don't have a large following yet.
You're going to get
It's coming.
This is an influencer in the making right here. Here she is.
No, what's cool
KB.
is I started making TikToks in the beginning when you were really encouraging me, and I was in that phase of feeling really uncomfortable doing that type of thing, but I did it. And I've actually, it's been impressive because I've generated leads just from that. And I wasn't even doing it that much. I'm really excited now because as we've worked through the process and we've built and are continuing to build a system that's going to really help small business owners, the exposure that I'm going to get and that we're going to help other small businesses get, it's only going to increase business. I mean, there's no way that it can't.
Right.
We're learning, we're growing, we're evolving, and our demographics are for people that are our age. People who are in their 40s, 50s, 60s, who are running small businesses, who are still, they're trying to be competitive. The idea of being on social media is overwhelming. The idea of creating content and then scheduling it, getting it on all platforms, it's like that. They don't have time for that. I don't have time for that. And so what we've built is it helps alleviate and it helps us be like corporate America. For a very minimal amount of money, we have created a system where small businesses can have content that's really good and it can be scheduled across all platforms all at once.
Well, and us being the guinea pigs in that process, right? Using it for our own businesses, it's the key, right? I mean, we are developing the very thing that you're describing for our own personal needs, right?
Yeah.
Driving our own leads for our insurance business, other business ventures. This is the key for us.
Totally.
There's no question. It's by far the most affordable mode of marketing. On the organic side. So, the more you guys get to know us and learn about KB and her story and our Why Not Results story, I think you're going to feel like these are people that, like me, because we're just the
regular people,
regular old small town kids. And here we are trying to make something of it and trying to put ourselves out there, be vulnerable. I'm not going to lie. This is a little embarrassing for me. This isn't my cup of tea, but I think over time we're gonna learn to be comfortable.
Yeah, I like that about you, Mario. I mean, you're uncomfortable, but you're willing to do it, and I think that message has to resonate with all business owners. I mean, there's going to be people who are more comfortable doing this type of stuff, but generally, no, it's embarrassing to record yourself and then to see yourself out there.
Oh, watching yourself is the worst.
Yeah, but there's something about that, and people resonate with that real message. It's hard.
Yeah.
But you do it, and when you do it, you get results. So why not results?
Why not? Here we are.
Totally. It's interesting when I think about the journey. When I started really diving into how can we create something, I was not thinking, how can we help other small businesses? It was, how can what we're developing help us? Because we need help in creating content and getting it scheduled. And it morphed into something where we both, you and I, realized we're like, oh my gosh, here's something that every small business owner needs that's not being provided at a cost that they can afford. And so I think we've really stumbled upon something that's of value to small business owners. And I'm just so excited because not only are we going to grow, but they're going to grow too. And that's what I want to do. We're all in this together. It's not just us. We want everybody to succeed.
Well said, KB.
Thank you.
Well said.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think Natalie's probably at the end of her listening rope here. She's over there playing on social media herself.
Yeah.
That's our
social media it's the world that we
woman.
live in. We can't get away from it. And if you don't embrace it, I'm sorry. The world is going to move on. So let us help you. Let's embrace it.
Let's help each other.
Yep. Cheers to that. Okay.
All right. Salud to our first.
Salud.